Up in Adams, up in State Farm, up in Trey Smith, who I got to be honest, I'm a little worried you're going to break my chair.
Yeah.
I don't have the contract you do to pay for another chair.
Yeah. I was very careful getting down into it, say that.
All of our cameras are still adjusting and panning up. How are you feeling? It's good to see you.
It's good to see you, too. No, I'm feeling great, excited about our upcoming season, and training camp's around the corner already. So.
No. Let's talk State Farm. What are we doing here? Why am I talking to you today?
We had a State Farm shoot.
Let's hear about it.
It was awesome. It was fun from start to finish. I think the content was great, and I'm really excited to see the commercial air. I know my family's fired up for it, so it's just really cool. It's something that, as a kid growing up, you see the State Farm commercials, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there, you know what I mean?
The dulcet tones.
Yeah.
Listen to that. Make sure, do you sing in this commercial?
I do not, thankfully.
What's it like being in this sort of setting with Patrick?
Oh, it's so cool. Just being with 15, honestly, out the field, great guy. So there's a reason why he's so great, just as a human being and as a quarterback. But it's always fun to come shoot content. Got to meet Jake from State Farm. That was dope.
Hold on. What do you mean by it? So Jake is he's a full-on celebrity.
Yeah.
What is that like?
It's goated, man. He was so nice. That was the best part about it.
Nice. He did have somebody carrying an umbrella for him. Is he a diva?
No. They were doing it for all of us. So.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
So you thought that was dope. Working with Patrick is great. Is acting in Trey Smith's future? I feel like you're dipping your toes a little bit.
Yeah, I think my bag's extensive, and might as well add acting into it, and that's something I definitely would love to pursue.
The reason they have to tilt the cameras at Patrick was just sitting here with me, and he said that I got to work with Trey Smith today, one of the best protectors in the business. Now, he's the greatest quarterback.
Yeah.
What does that mean to hear truly?
Oh, man, it's awesome. It's something that I take a lot of pride in, and for him to say that means a lot to me. Like I said, I lose sleep thinking about protecting Patrick, and, I just want to know, I know there are things I need to get better in my game to be the best protector that I can and just be an asset for my team and help my team out.
What are you staying up thinking about that you have to do better?
Just play better. There's always something you can correct. We're always chasing perfection. We fall short.
Can you tell me about the rookie?
Yeah. Which one? Josh?
The one, Trent Williams 2.0,
Yeah.
per the Kelseys. That's kind of high praise.
Yeah, no, it
Should
definitely
we pump
is.
that back? I don't know if I love that for him. Those are big expectations. And he's got a big job. He's got a lot of pressure.
Yeah, for sure. I love Josh. I love his mentality and demeanor coming into it. I could tell he's very talented in terms of his lower body, the capabilities that he has in terms of movement. And he's a hard worker. And like I said, man, I love him already. Guys, willing to take him under my wing and help him out in any aspect that he needs in his game. And just really looking forward to working with him.
What's he asking you so far? I heard you guys had gnarly OTAs.
Yeah.
No Super Bowl hangover. You guys were getting after it. What does he hit you up about?
Just how the league works. The same questions I had, Creed and I had coming in together, and just learning and navigating what it's like. And, when you step into the NFL, obviously you just won a national championship, but you go to a team that just went to 3 consecutive Super Bowls, that championship culture, what the standard is, and how he can be the best version of himself. He's ready to learn, man.
Trey, is it weird to be the longest tenured O-lineman, you and Creed? Tooney's gone. You two are old heads right now. What is that like?
It's different. It's definitely different. You got the oldest, I guess, would be Jawan as of right now, but having Creed and I, the longest tenure guys with the Chiefs.
No, I think you guys are like the two old men all of a sudden. It's weird.
It's weird being considered that way, but man, it's an honor, it's a blessing, and I think the best part about it is being able to impart more wisdom to the younger cats and to help their game out and help them evolve.
When I tell you this is year 5 for you, what comes into your head?
Man, just blessed. You know what I mean? Just sort of disbelief it's been that long. Everyone used to say, it'll fly, but I didn't believe it would fly that fast.
Now, I know you're here at a commercial.
Yeah.
We're shooting. We're having a great time. The season's ahead of us. You got tagged this offseason. I want to talk a little business. Highest paid guard in NFL history. July 15th is here. Okay?
Yeah.
Long-term deal. What's the latest from Beach?
I leave it to the hands of my agents and, obviously the front office staff of the Chiefs are elite. And, at the end of the day, I just let them take care of it. I just have to focus on being the best version of myself, being the best football player, and being prepared for training camp because St. Joe's is around the corner. That's going to be we don't want to talk about that right now.
I asked Patrick, how do I understand this year? Is it revenge tour? I don't expect a Super Bowl hangover. I don't know how to frame this year. Is it like, we're out to get you, we're hearing everything that's being said about other teams manning up? What is your framework for this year?
Yeah, I think not focusing on that. Our goal every season we start in St. Joe is the same objective and mission. The reason we go into that building is to hoist that Lombardi Trophy up at the end of the year. And obviously we fell short of it last year. And, there's a bad taste, I can speak for myself, in my mouth of how we finished that season. But at the end of the day, we're going to remain focused. We're not looking too far ahead. We got to take it one play, one rep at a time and see how it shakes out. But yeah, we're hungry to get after it again.
I remember last time I talked to you in person, even when I saw you, consistency came to mind. You were always harping on consistency.
Yeah.
What's your relationship going into the season with you and consistency?
Just to be better at it. Just want to be the best player that I can be. Once again.
Good, Trey.
I still, there's so much I can improve in my game and ways I can get better. But just be a consistent. Consistent force on my team. If I do my job consistently, I give my team a better chance to win. So it's like if all 11 guys in the field at one time can do that, we're going to be in good shape.
I feel like losses shape people more than wins.
Yeah.
I believe that in personal life, on the field with NFL players. What have you noticed that has shifted with this loss? Yeah,
I think you need losses in life to learn from it. You need losses to create. You need adversity to create endurance. It helps build character from that as well. And, if you go and win, you don't have any negativity that comes in your way. You get used to it. You become complacent. And I think that's the beautiful thing about a loss. It taught us how much it hurt to lose comparatively to how great it felt to win. I hate losing more than winning. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. What's the lesson in last year then, in that loss?
I think the lesson is finish. For me personally, just finish strong. We got to that point. We battled every single game to get to the Super Bowl 3 years consecutively.
Wins.
Yeah. And, we still fell short, and that's something that, I have to reflect on. How could I have been better in the Super Bowl to help my team win? And, all of our guys, obviously, once again, it's a bad taste in our mouth, but we just want to come back and be more effective. We want to hoist that Lombardi.
Do you feel like this was like a loss that's going to propel the next 3 wins? Like, is that how it feels? That's sort of how I'm looking at it. Like, not that you needed the loss, but that this loss will sort of be the trajectory for the next 5 years of the Patrick Mahomes and Trey Smith era if Veach gets this thing done, which he needs to get done.
Yeah, I think it's definitely it's going to be a reminder. And once again, like that feeling we had at the end of the season, and just hearing about it a lot in the off season, and it's just like, man, it's definitely gonna fuel the fire that's already within us that we want to go get it done.
I heard you on the Kelsey Brothers podcast, New Heights, and you were talking about a lot of things, but there was a lot about the challenge of protecting Patrick Mahomes with his extending plays, right? What is going through your head when you've been blocking for a while and then you're like, oh my gosh, the ball isn't out of the hands yet? What is that? Tell me what's going through your head.
Throw it. Simply put, throw it. But
do you yell it? Or are you like, ah!
No. If I'm yelling at Pat to throw it, something bad has really happened. That's a warning. So hopefully that never happens. But I think like I said in the podcast, like it was just such a transition from college to the league, and my offensive line coach Andy Heck, he coined it like, don't let an egg timer go off in your head. You never know. Pat is one of the greatest extenders in the game. He's always going to try to improvise and make a bigger play happen. So for us, I know we're blocking forever, but if he improvises enough, it's a first down, it's a touchdown, it's a big explosive play.
Linemen now are going to get this Protector of the Year award. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you want that?
Yeah. Everybody who's a competitor will want it.
I want to know who the biggest competition is.
Everybody. No, I'm messing with you.
You can name somebody. Who's the biggest competition to you for that prize?
No one in particular. I mean, if it's against all linemen, that's going to be tough. There's some elite protectors out there. And at the top of my head, I'm already naming a couple. But, it's going to be a great reward. I think it's long overdue in the league, but it's awesome it came to it.
Let's get to the important stuff, shall we, here on Up and Adams? Love Island.
Oh, let's go.
I don't watch.
Yeah.
I don't care. I might know more about WWE, which I know you love.
Okay, how do you know?
I just can't. I know the Mamacita thing. I know that.
Yeah.
And that girl with those crazy eyelashes. She went packing home. You were a big fan, I saw, of Jeremiah.
Yeah.
They did him dirty, according to Trey Smith, Super Bowl champion twice over. Who are you rooting for now and why?
Oh, wow. You asked me at a terrible time because I'm not feeling anybody right now.
What do you mean?
I'm not feeling anybody.
Trey, take me through it. What are your thoughts? I really don't even know what that means.
Well, I was really rooting for Taylor and Alandria, and then Taylor started acting up.
2 people win?
Yeah, two people, so a couple
wins.
So people come to the island single, they couple up with people, and then the thought is like the last couple standing that doesn't get voted off wins it.
Okay.
So
pick the winner, maybe project, even though not somebody you're rooting for. Who do you think is going to win?
It's so hard to tell. I mean,
Trey, you have a future in TV. You said your bag is deep. You got to have opinions. Let's go.
I would say Nick and Sierra, just on how everything stands right now. They're the strongest couple. I'm not saying I want them to win, but right now they look the best.
How would I do on Love Island?
I think you would do great.
Really?
I think you would do great.
I think I'd get voted off very quickly. Thank you so much, Trey. We appreciate you. You are my Protector of the Year nominee. There
Appreciate
we go.
it.
We'll be
and
back.
no, you don't have insurance unless it's State Farm insurance.
And just drop it. Just break the chair. Break the chair.
Boom.